Staring out the window, reaching for a North Star, waiting just to wake up from this nightmare where you could be right back in my arms.
Hiya! I'm back with another video. This time I thought of sharing an everyday makeup look, which I was inspired because I saw videos around about the clean look, which to me is sort of the same as the no makeup look, or the natural everyday look. Which, yeah, to me, this is the makeup look that I wear, or that I would want to wear if I go for my school run. Yeah, so I thought of just filming it and sharing it with you. Let's get started. I am trying to film this as much as possible. Wanted to use a natural daylight setting, but it seems like the sun is going in and out, so I am having to rely on light my light. Anyway, let's start with the video or the makeup look. I've already prepped my skin with my serum and moisturizer, but I feel like I could use a little bit more of my moisturizer, so I'm just gonna be putting my moisturizer. I'm using the Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Plus Cream. Moisturize a tiny bit because, as I've said, I've already moisturized. So, okay, I'm gonna go straight with my base makeup. And first, I'll be using the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. And just gonna squeeze out like about a pea-size amount. Not too much. Basically, I'm putting this Wonder Glow on the center of the face and then spreading it out. Next, I'm going to use my Olay Total Effects Pore Minimizes CC Cream, and this is in the shade medium to deep. Now, this CC cream, I don't know, I'm sure you can still get this. It's probably around like in most Boots or Superdrug probably, or online. I like this CC cream. It gives that very natural look to the skin. At first, when you apply it, as you can see, it's got a tint, but then as you buff it around the skin or on your skin, disappears and blends into your natural skin tone, which is sort of like magic. Well, to me, that's what I thought. Okay, next I'm going to put a tiny bit of concealer under the eyes. I'm using my Kevin Aqua concealer, putting a tiny dot, and I'm still using that same brush to blend. Just gonna pat it first. Right, that's the concealer. I'll powder later once I'm finished with all the cream products that I'm going to use. I think I'll move on to the blush, and I'll be using the Westman Atelier, what's this called? The Baby Cheeks blush stick, and I'll be using the shade Chichette, and the shade color is like that. And I think I'll just be dabbing it straight onto the cheeks, like so. Sometimes I use my fingers to blend this, but today I think I want to use a brush. I'll be using the Zoeva face shape brush, and just blend that. Right, next on top of that blush, I'll be layering another Westman Atelier highlighter, and I'll be using the super loaded tinted highlighter, and this is in the shade Peau de Pêche, and the shade looks like that. And I'll be using that same brush that I used to blend my blush, and I'll just pick this up like so, and I'll just be using this mirror anyway, but this one you can see I love because it just gives you that very subtle highlight that, you know, when the light or the sunlight, natural daylight hits you, it just, you know, it just makes your skin glow naturally. Right, I think that is all with my cream products. Next, I'll move on to the powder products, and a bit of like shading around my face, and with that I'll be using my Kevin Aqua the sculpting powder, and this is in the shade Deep. We're using the 101 Luxe Face Definer, and I'm just going to pick up this product on the tip of that brush, not too much, just lightly pick that up, because this can be quite pigmented. And I'll just start there, deposit the product, and then just very lightly sweep it like so and up. We want it to be as natural looking as possible, so less is more. And you can see there's like a bit of like shadowing there. Then we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Next, I'm going to top it with a bronzer, and I'll be using my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade 2 medium. You definitely can hear my kids in the background. They are singing the Encanto film. If you've seen it, I'm sure you have. And they are just singing We Don't Talk About Bruno. And every day it's like we sing that song. I sing that song as well. Like, it's in my head. We sing that song every time I'm doing things around the house, washing the dishes or cooking. That song is in my head. I'm just going to pick up that bronzer very lightly again on that same brush that I've used. Pick that up and just glaze it on top of that sculpting powder. We are actually experiencing a storm right now called Eunice, and it just, my natural daylight has gone, and now it is starting to hail a little bit. So if you can hear a little bit of splattering, it's hailing, and I am sat in front of my big window. I guess I want to powder now my under eyes because I haven't powdered. I'll be using my, again, another Charlotte Tilbury powder in the shade medium. I think I'm just gonna use a small brush because I'm only powdering my under eyes or certain areas that I need powdering. I'll be using my 221 Luxe soft crease brush and just pick up that powder and just powder my under eyes and a bit on the center on my forehead to knock the shine there. Tiny bit of shine. Basically just everywhere that I really don't want to shine. I think I'll be doing this off cam because brow is a little bit fiddly for me and it takes time for me to get it to how I want it to look like. So I'll just do it off cam and I'll be right with you in a sec. I think I'm gonna stop here with my eyebrows because if I don't stop here, the more it's just gonna go like bigger. It's gonna go bigger and thicker, and yeah. Anyway, if my brows are not looking even, please ignore. They are not, my eyebrows are not, definitely not sisters. I think they are just friends. Right, next on to the eyelids. I will be using like 2 cream products on the eyes because I wanted, of course, as simple and as easy as we can. So first I'll be using my Charlotte Tilbury. This is called the Eyes to Mesmerize in the shade Pillow Talk, and that is what the shade looks like. This is a very nice natural pinky color, and with that I'll be using a 142 concealer buffer brush by Zoeva and just pick that up lightly and basically just, you know, put that all over the eyelids. And you can see this is a very nice natural, like everyday one and done eyeshadow. It sort of leans like it's not warm at all. It sort of leans into that neutral cool tone shade on the eyes. See, we have a storm, so it's really temperamental. Sun is going in and out. It's windy, like very, very windy. We have a red alert because of a strong wind, but we're okay, we're fine. Let me just show you what it looks like by itself before I layer on another cream product on top of it. And then on top of that, I want to use this is not actually an eye product, but this is a highlighter by Westman Atelier, and this is the super loaded tinted highlighter in the shade Peau de Soleil. Yeah, this is the shade. It's a gold shade. This is a very nice highlight on like a deeper, if you were like a much more deeper, richer skin tone than me. This is a very nice highlight. It's sort of, it's the same as the Peau de Peche when it works on the skin. So this shade will be perfect for the much deeper skin tone than me. But today I'll be using it on the eyelids. On top of that first shade, I'm just going to use that same brush that I've used and pick that product up. And this one, I just want to use it on the center of the eyelids. I think I want to go back to the other highlighter, the Peau de Peche, and just pick that up with my pinky finger, and I want to use it just a tiny bit on to highlight my inner corners. I'll just finish the eyes with curling my lashes and putting on a bit of mascara to finish it off. I am using my Surratt eyelash curler. Right, for mascara, I'm using my Etude House Curl Fix. And this one is good if you are like me, whose eyelashes doesn't hold a curl and you'll have to use waterproof mascara all the time. This is a good mascara to use. It holds the curl, as the name suggests, curl fix. It fixes your curl, and I only need a tiny bit, so I am wiping the excess product off, and I'm just going to give my eyelashes like a thin layer of it. Then I also want to put a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes, and that I will be using the Charlotte Tilbury push-up lashes Pillow Talk. It doesn't hold a curl like for me at all. It doesn't hold my curl. It just weighs my hair down. It just, I mean, soon as I apply it, I mean, after curling my eyelashes, the hair just goes down, drooping down. So to me, it just makes sense that I use it on the bottom lash. Lastly, on the face, the lips. I'm just gonna wipe my lip gloss. I'll be using these two lippies. At first, I'll be using the Yves Saint Laurent Tatouage Couture. What's this called? Tatouage Couture Matte Stain. And this is the shade 23. It's basically my natural lip shade. That's why I love this. Actually, I can do with just this shade. And then on top of that, I'll be using the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Muse shade. I also love this. This is like a matte velvet shade, just in the middle. Like so. Give it a good press together. And that is my makeup done. I think I'm going to complete my look with a little bit of spritz of fragrance, and I'll be using the Chloe Naturelle fragrance, and this is just a fresh scent to go with the look, the clean look. A fresh scent to go with the look. Okay, I think I'm going to end my video here. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and as always, please do take care, and I hope to see you in the next one. Tara!
Out the window, reaching for a North Star, waiting just to wake up from this nightmare where you could be right back in my arms, dancing to the limbo, stuck here in the mid